I need to go ahead and give a disclaimer before we even get into anything. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to ask politely. I love you guys, and I know that you mean the absolute. You mean well, and you have the absolute best of intentions when you tell me that I should ignore it. But I'm going to politely ask, can we please refrain from saying that? Because as with anything, yes, ignore, rise above, all that good stuff, that's fine. Sometimes things need to be addressed. Sometimes I just want to address them. Sometimes people need to share how they feel about things, and I feel that way. So I'm going to politely ask, I love you, but please don't tell me to ignore and come in complaining about me talking about this, because I do have a live stream scheduled at 10:45 on the True Crime channel. We will be talking about cases. We will be discussing true crime tonight on the True Crime channel. This channel is not my True Crime channel, so I just want to say that. I apologize that I have to say that, but it seems like every time I go live to address something, there's always somebody that comes in and tells me, shut up or stop talking about it. And I just, sometimes you don't know until you're in a person's shoes how you would handle things. I mean, that is true. So I'm just going to say that now. I appreciate everybody. I love you guys. I know you mean well, but like I said.
Hey y'all, we're back for another quick little nonsensical review of the truth. Well, here we go.
Michael, if you got a problem with us fighting, I'm probably not the one that you need to go to, because I want to make this clear. I'm not going to be accused of perpetuating this drama, because I'm not the one that's doing it. Do you know how many panels Mallory has went on trying to slander my name?
Brittany, do you know what the word slander actually means? It's kind of ironic that you use that term and then continue it on with this stream. Would it be slander to claim that Mal did a members only live on you? Or would it be slander to claim that Mal went on Granny's Watchings panel? Or would it be slander to claim that Mal went on a panel by the name of Lady V? I know that words can be hard at times, but when you lie so much, it's probably not the best thing to use a word such as slander. You claimed that Mal went on all those panels, but those are 3 right off the top of my head that didn't exist.
Do you guys know? Because I'm assuring you that this isn't the first one. Contrary to what Nonsense says, I know she says, Mallory, silent no more. Like, this is the first time she opened her big mouth and said anything about me. I have news for you.
Maybe I should have named it Beaver Butt Juice Part 3 or the Nylon Sphinx Part 2. Titles seem to really trigger her easily.
This is like the freaking 8th panel that she's done on me. Okay? This chick is not a victim. This chick is not... the way they're talking to her, it was as if I'm victimizing her. I'm bullying her and coming at her. No, Mallory is not this innocent little... I don't even know what they think she is.
First off, no one claimed Mal was a victim. Secondly, we think Mal's a grown-ass adult who can handle her own business. And third, you're just lying on her repeatedly. That's why she's getting a lot of support, because other people were around during these same situations. And they know that you're lying. There's that.
Chick dug on multiple people from my community, subscribers and creators, and then turned around and falsely accused me of having her do it. She's not a good person. A good person wouldn't lie and accuse me of doing things that she's guilty of. A good person wouldn't continue to go live or go on other people's panels or into every single chat that she can to just fucking rip me a new one when it's unsolicited. I haven't been going after her. You can't tell me anything that I've done to trigger this chick going in multiple streams and slandering my name.
Oh, she learned a new word this week. It is slander. She just doesn't know the definition, obviously. I'll give you some definitions of slander upcoming. Don't worry.
Brittany.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, you. I just want to say this real quick as an outsider looking in, because I don't know Mala. I wasn't around when all that happened. When they thought they had this aha moment exposing you recently, her Nonsense. It was only supposed to be a quick live. It turned into hours. Nonsense's daughter took her other child to the dentist because they really wanted to give Mal the platform to do this. It was so important. It was a nothing burger. Her own words. Mal's own words contradicted herself.
Enter Sarah's suspicions. Sarah has a tendency of loving to talk about things she probably shouldn't, including my, adult child. And yes, my adult child took my teenager to the dentist so we could finish the live and didn't have to do a part 2 because it was easier to just get it all done in one. I guess I need to once again apologize to Sarah because she is so bothered that I could rearrange things in my life to make sure that we finished up the live stream in one.
I'm doing nothing different today, Sarah, than I was then.
I know.
And
Listen,
she was
what I
fine.
learned from watching that hours worth of thing, Nothing Burger, was nothing. Except for she's fake. She's not able to be trusted. Because even if I turn enemies with a friend, I would never throw personal stuff out there.
No.
That's
No.
weaponizing trust that was established. And when you establish trust as a friend, even when you're not friends no longer, you just bury that privacy somewhere and never open it. Like, that's no one's business. That was supposed to be between y'all. And then I just want to say one thing about nonsense.
I can't tell you what Sarah would be like as a friend because I would never associate with somebody as nasty as her. I'm going to give you an example of how nasty and vile Sarah's suspicions is. This is just one simple example of many that I could pull out of Sarah's behavior. I guess when BJ surrounds herself with people like this, nothing really shocks me anymore. Truly, that comes out of her mouth. You'll notice in the upcoming clip that it's BJ and Sarah on panel once again.
Yeah, she doesn't care about that. She doesn't
Back
care
the fuck
about
off the
that.
family. I thought you don't like that. That's everything you're against, but yet that's what the fuck you're doing.
That's not what she's against at
You
all. That's
support
all
some
of a
bitch that
sudden.
fakes fucking cancer. You support another bitch that fucking threatens Seth. Get the fuck out of here with your fake, fraudulent looking ass.
She sure is fake. We know just how fake you
Dumbass
are.
on the web.
Nonsense.
They were extremely bothered once again during this whole situation, and you'll hear it.
I know a lot more than you think we know.
I mean, like, you want to call me out when you support Crystal Ball without a crystal ball? Like, it doesn't get worse than that.
I've always loved this for them because they will never be able to prove that I supported without a crystal ball. Ever.
Seriously?
Sorry, I didn't mean to go off, but when it comes to like Seth, I really, really cannot.
I'm not trying to scare you.
No more.
Okay. Let me tell her this. This is the difference between you and me. Nonsense. I don't do dirt. I don't do dirty things. I don't roll in the mud. I don't do filthy, dirty things behind the scenes and come out on the YouTube streets and pretend like I'm somebody I'm not. So I'm not trying to scare you in the least bit at all. I'm merely telling you that I know about you and I know who you are.
What's funny is you claim that you know all these things. Well, we know where you're getting this information because she was bragging about having my husband's business information on a note card and being sent my doc's information. Nothing is shocking. But again, I encourage you, please show it. Prove all these things that you supposedly know about me because you'll be just one in a long line of failures. Well, I guess that's what you are already, but let's let you continue. And it's also interesting to me that you are so comfortable with people around you that are real lifers, such as Julia passing my information around, which was confirmed by Terry Lynn. Also, you seem to have sat really comfortably with people like Sarah and Veda Jade, who have been doing dirty shit behind the scenes, it sounds like to me, and pretty proud of it. Carry on.
And you might have all these other people fooled in this freaking community, but I'm not. Okay, it's not about me. You think I want your attention? You annoy the shit out of me. If I'm low hanging fruit, as you say, then you can move on and continue going to cover Betty and making a hypocrite out of yourself like you've done the last couple of days.
Coming from the one that's been defending Betty's actions, okay, listen closely to what Sarah is about to say to me.
Instead of climbing that tree and grabbing that fruit at the top, you continue grabbing it off the ground. That's fine. And I know you have children that you raise, but until you push one out of your twat, you really shouldn't be talking. Unless you've carried one for 9 months and birthed a child and have a biological child of your own to where you feel those extra emotions that you, if you're not a real parent to give birth to a real child of your own, would never know that fucking feeling, then shut the fuck up.
So I need to shut the fuck up because she assumed that I hadn't pushed a child out of my twat. And this is an older clip, but I just thought I would remind people of who Sarah is because she seems to get really giddy anytime BJ talks about me. She loves to bring up my adult child that I did happen to push out of my twat. But she seems to love that, and then they wonder why they get talked about or why people dislike them and don't fuck with people like them. But let's let her continue. She's got more to say. Again, they're attempting to shame me, meanwhile shaming every woman that has struggled with infertility.
Here's the thing too, like, that's really annoying for me about you You chose to come after me. That'll always be. Like, we're not going to change history. You come after me for a solid month before I ever even spoke your name. I didn't even know who you were.
Who brought up Veda nonsense? You did. No one said anything about Veda Jade.
Sarah had been mentioning Veda in numerous streams before this, so she knew exactly what I was talking about. You can tell in the tone of her voice. And hey, again, if you want to associate there and be friends with those people, we know exactly who you are and how dirty you are. And if Veda wants to continue to play these little games in the back end, I will just give a whole history lesson on her and show everything from the art thievery that she did to everything that she has done. It's Britney, bitch.
But you know what? Maybe we will go that route. You know what? I'm going to get in touch
never said
with
anything
Veda.
about Veda.
I'm going to get in touch with
hilarious.
Veda. That's good. You know what? She wants us to. Fine. Let's do it. This might get interesting, y'all.
Nobody even said anything about Veda. You brought Veda up.
Sarah gets almost giddy talking about me. It's kind of weird at this point. I mean, it seems like her and Veda Jade would be the perfect friends, and they had been in contact before this.
Ain't that funny?
Just absolutely.
I brought Veda up like 20 lives ago.
Sarah admits she brought up Veda about 20 lives ago and numerous times since then. Veda has exposed me over 40 times.
You absolutely
just said how you stalked her fucking life and trashed her and drug her. And then when you were done with her, you moved on to the next. That's just what you do.
So, look, you.
And just like you, Sarah, Veda exposed herself with her vile, dirty, filthy games.
Can't stand it. Look at you. Like, you want to talk about me. Here you are raiding my chat when I give back a little bit of what you've been doing to me. And don't say that you, and you have the audacity. I'm going to point it out that you don't like the drama out here. Please, that's why you're here for it. That's all you're about.
Me going in her chat was raiding her chat. It sent her completely sideways. That I was right there saying, what you got next? This type of drama, I don't mind at all, because what happens is you end up exposing yourself like Sarah's gonna do again. The saying goes, show me who your friends are, and I will show you who you are.
And listen, don't hold me accountable for other people's words. Sarah is her own person and I'm my own person. If you don't want me to hold you accountable, I'm not going to don't hold me accountable for the things that other people say. That's not how this works.
I didn't say nothing wrong. I spoke the truth.
And once again, Sarah says she said nothing wrong.
And that is not a low blow. Wait a minute, Miss Fletcher. Wait a minute, Mrs. Fletcher. That's not a low blow because wait a minute. She can go around saying, unless you've had a missing child, you have no room to talk. You don't know how it feels. So when I say, unless you've given birth to a biological child and haven't been that kind, you don't know that parent feeling. You don't know what it, never mind. Y'all don't get it. I ain't even going to fucking try.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's, here's the thing.
There's nothing wrong with what I said. It's plain and clear as day.
I know, but there are people that adopt kids that love their kids.
Right, but it's still not the same when you carry a child for 9 months and give birth. It's a different feeling. It's a different connection. I have a stepson, so I get it.
Hold on, and I'm going to say this. I'm absolutely tired of this. This is the shit y'all do. You're going to take that one thing that Sarah said, and you're gonna center focus on that.
Oh, but I do know everything about being an adopted parent, red and white mom. I do because I have a stepson. Shut the fuck up. You know nothing.
Look at you.
You know nothing. See, they don't even know shit.
Oh, nonsense. You are the biggest virtue signaler ever. Center focus on the one thing that she said. You want to talk about me supporting somebody who continue supporting somebody that calls people the FAGG word, and you continue supporting somebody who freaking fake cancer. If we're two can play that game.
I'm sorry you can't have children. That is terrible. I didn't know that, and I am sorry for that. But you still. Nonsense said that. Continue trashing women that cannot have children and digging that hole. How did I know that? I'm sorry you cannot have children. You know what? And that's great that you're raising someone else's, but you still don't motherfucking know how it is. So you shouldn't be talking shit on set.
So in Sarah's attempts to take low blows at me, she unintentionally shamed all women who have struggled with infertility, who have adopted, who have kids, who have fostered, so on and so forth. And I was extremely fortunate to be able to have one biologic child of my own.
Here's the thing, nonsense. You're not going to sit there. I'm very tired of this because you've done this to me from the very beginning, and this is the game you play. If somebody says something, you center focus on that one thing and you leave out everything else, and you focus to try to deflect from everything else that I'm saying here. First of all, I didn't even say that, but you know what you're going to do? You're going to go live on your channel. You're going to focus on that one thing and say, Brittany's against mothers who can't have kids. No. I'm telling you now, try that shit. You're the biggest hypocrite ever because you support, if that's the case, then you are homophobic. You are freaking in favor of people lying about having cancer because
Once again, I do not support any of the homophobia. As soon as I learned what had happened, I made a very clear stance and have stood there all along.
you support all that shit. I'm triggered by you being manipulative and using one thing that a person says that I didn't even say, and you're going to fucking shine a light on that and you'll run with that for the next week. That's how you work.
And I did show this in a live stream. No regrets whatsoever. No regrets. But I blamed Sarah for the things that come out of Sarah's mouth. And Brittany for hosting Sarah on her panel and continuing to allow her to come up and say things such as this.
But I'm not wrong, nonsense. That's fine if y'all want to think that because you're trolls and you want to use it against me. Nothing I said was wrong. I said until you've actually had a child of your own, you should shut the fuck up about other parents and their parenting. You don't have children of your own, so shut the fuck up. Sorry, not sorry. What the fuck?
For somebody that's watched me as much as Sarah claims she has, you'll hear that upcoming from last night. She really doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about still. And this is why I get such secondhand embarrassment for people such as Sarah and Brittany.
There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't agree with it, Sarah. I really don't. I'm just going to be real. Because, listen, my dad adopted me and raised me.
I have a stepson. I get it. He fucking loves me. I love him to death.
We don't got to go to
tell you right now, it's fucking different.
Oh, she's far from homophobic, or she sure supports somebody that says the F word. How is that any different than what she's doing to me right now? How's that any different?
And once again, the point goes right over Brittany's head per usual. But let's get back to last night. I just wanted to remind everybody of exactly who Sarah is and what a wonderful friend Brittany has in her. She continues to bring her back up on panel to co-sign the bullshit that she spews out of her mouth. And Sarah willingly does it all.
She started on Facebook. She didn't have many followers. She got into the Marvon McRae case. She was first going after Dre McRae. Then she saw an opportunity because people were more interested in the GoFundMe thing with his mother. So then she dragged his mother down. Her page got taken down.
Once again, Sarah's timeline and details are out of order. I had a page on Facebook called CMC Protest Truth Nonsense in the Holler. I lost access to the page. The page is still up. And as far as the details that she is once again not telling correctly in the Marvon and Dre story, all of those videos and timelines are still up in existence on my channel. If you want to know where to find them, please ask below and I will point you in that direction. Sarah fails at pretty much everything she does, including rewriting history she was never a part of.
Nonsense's page. Then she made a second one and she started getting buco followers because she was, all up in the drama. And she even made a personal post. She said, I feel so gross that I have made this many followers off of a case like this because I'm about, justice for the families. I'm about not exposing families. But that's what you did. And that's how you gained your followers. And then you're doing it again with Sebastian.
Yes, I have a Facebook page that has about 8,000 followers. I rarely even use my Facebook page. And there's some things I just don't need to defend myself to. And that's one of them, Sarah.
And Brittany. And it shows. And people will see, and some people won't. And that's what it is, Brittany. The bullies, it's numbers, it's gain, personal gain. Misery loves company. They like to feel better about themselves by putting others down. And that is what is happening here.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do think. It's like rain.
I wonder if she feels gross making all these followers she made off of Sebastian's name like she did with Marvon McRae. I mean, her own words. Right. She felt gross about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you notice everything she does is attached to Sebastian. If you genuinely cared about victims and the family members, you would be talking about all of them. You are only talking about a trending case.
I'm covering the creators who, on a daily basis, exploit and spread misinformation in Sebastian's case. It's not that hard to figure out. So by proxy, unfortunately, yes, I have gotten to know Sebastian's story very well. And at the end of the day, it is extremely tragic what social media has done to a missing child's case.
I will give her that. She has some personality to her, and that's how she drags these people in. You know what I mean?
Yes, I need to apologize once again to all the islanders. I guess I drug you all kicking and screaming onto the island. I'm extremely sorry.
Well, here's the problem. I don't even care. Say what you want to say about me. When I have the issues come in, when it's either things that aren't true, like some of the things Mallory's saying, or people treating her like, hold on, I'm sorry. People treating her like she's a victim. Like I swear to you, Sarah, it's they were over there talking to her today. Mallory, I'm so sorry that she's doing this to you. What?
And Nonsense does the same thing. She'll be like, oh, you guys aren't going to like what she says about me. Wait till you hear this. She starts them, riles them up before she even fires up the video.
She does. She salivates over that shit.
Oh, I want to make this very clear right now, too, because I didn't address this. I've been sick, and I still am getting over it. It's been a bad one. But let me tell you, I have to address this. It's been irking my soul and my nerves. She made that post because I was watching Molly go lightly. Not you. Me. I was. You weren't there. Now, we were discussing the Marvon McCray case. I said that Nonsense was responsible for the hate mob toward Letitia, his mother. And it's true. 100% true.
I love when Sarah rewrites simple things.
Other people agreed with me. And then other people started saying, isn't she a man or is she a woman? Is she a man or a woman? And I didn't even respond. I thought, well, I'm not getting in that mess because someone had already answered she's a woman. And I just left it at that. Someone answered it. She's a woman. I'm going to let it go. I'm staying out of that one because of what happened last time.
Oh, you mean the time that CJ called me Lady LaDude and you two were on panel and thought it was hysterical? Again, you wear that skin. You have to be comfortable in it, not me. Since my community post was really hard for them to understand, I'm including screenshots of it upcoming for you to read it yourself once again.
Okay. Or I would have said, oh, she's a woman, but someone else had answered it. So she puts these screenshots of the conversation up thinking she's got something. And it's nothing. Brittany wasn't there. She had nothing to do with it, but yet you got your name brought into it somehow. My name was pointed, and my comments had an arrow to them, and all I said was she was responsible for the hate mob against the mother of a victim, which was true. So I'm like, well, what was this post really intended for? Oh, pity party. I get it now. Do not use me or Brittany with lies, okay? Because that wasn't proof. You made it look like proof, but it really wasn't. It was nothing. It was a nothing burger. It was nothing. I did nothing or said nothing nefarious. I said nothing about your gender, your looks. All I said was you created a hate mob. It's the truth, and I stand on it.
Once again, reading is extremely hard and comprehension even harder when you're people like Sarah and BJ. I'm not exactly sure how these two got so confused over that one post, but I hear Brittany claims that there's another community post that I threatened her in. Brittany, I'm going to need you to show proof of that one too.
And I'm not the only one. There's hundreds of people that seen it. Thousands. So I just wanted to address that because not only did she put that up like something big happened when nothing happened at all, she dragged your name into it and you didn't even know about it. So this lady is phony, fake. She's the biggest hypocrite. She's the biggest phony on YouTube.
Sarah, please get it right. I'm a petty Betty trash bag Karen and fraud. Notice what Brittany is looking up right now and pulling on the screen.
I'm done. I just had to say that. It's going to open my soul.
It's okay. No, I noticed that too. Yeah, she blamed us both. That's so, and you didn't even say anything or anything. You just so happened to be in that damn chat. That's all.
And you weren't even nowhere around. You
right.
didn't even know about that live or that chat or any of it.
Right.
And again, I provided screenshots of Brittany trying to get attention from MGL. That was just a few examples that I was sent. It was actually comedy gold. I didn't blame them for anything. I was laughing at their pathetic asses.
It's crazy. It's
but she has people believing you did, and that I said something about her gender when I didn't. I was just
right.
And in fact, when they started talking about that, I wasn't in there much longer.
It's sick, man. It's crazy. Nobody should be held responsible for something they didn't say. Period. I say that all the time.
Room and someone says something doesn't make me responsible for it.
Exactly.
Comprehension, my friends, is really hard.
Well, I just give a big shout out to Mandy. Mandy, thank you for gifting a membership. Whoever was gifted, welcome to the Gummy Squad. Mandy, I appreciate it so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. And welcome everybody coming in. I want to go ahead and tell you now, we are talking about no sense nonsense. So just let me get it out of my system, okay? And then I'll feel better.
Brittany, I hear that there's a no sense support group. The phone number is 1-800-GET-FUCKED.
Ernie Rose says you're using their own words, meaning, yes, I'm using the words of the parents. And then she uses mine and crucifies me for it.
But she twists our words. We don't do that with her.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the difference.
Like if we don't even say something and she'll make it to where it's a negative.
Anybody want to tell them? I mean, anybody?
It's oh my God.
And if you guys listen closely, she's like, oh yeah, like she's the one implying that we are saying it a certain way. Nobody catches it. She riles it up. She makes it juicy and everybody bites that. Fucking love.
She knows how to work her chat. She knows how to work her chat.
She knows how to work anybody. And then, I'm sorry, I will bring this up because I don't usually touch on family, but I'm going to because she said it to Clue. When Clue went through the whole thing recently, and everybody was like, "Oh, I can't believe you," and turned on her for good reason.
Okay, I have to admit, the first time I heard this, I was like, wait, what the fuck did she just say? Yeah, listen to Sarah. This is funny.
Clue said her husband was getting stressed out, so she was going to take a break from YouTube. And when Nonsense was reviewing her, she said, "Yes, that would be a great idea. I would appreciate that for your husband. He's a good guy. You shouldn't be putting him through that. If he says he's stressed, you should step back." Well, okay, Nonsense. When you first came to YouTube, a few videos in, you and your husband were live outside. You were trying to watch what you say because everybody will twist it, and you got up to walk away, and your husband looks at the camera and tells people, see what I have to deal with, even when this shit's not going on. Like, okay, so.
Come again, Sarah? Kyle did what? And ma'am, how long have you been watching me? This is a little weird and creepy. And yeah, it did not happen like that. But okay, guess what? Kyle was in my live stream last night that you guys are reviewing. And guess what he said? I'll put it on the screen for you, Sarah. Talking about Kyle never bothers me, but you guys constantly misrepresent what he says.
Why did you continue? Your husband was uncomfortable. He was complaining, but you continued. So why are you telling other people?
Right.
Just showing a point of how she can be very hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sarah, next time you want attention, you don't need to go through all of this reaching. You can borrow Kyle's extended ladder so you don't pull a muscle on the next reach you attempt.
liar and a phony.
So, real quick too, Miss Gloria, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the Gummy Squad. And then I got a super chat real quick from Tanya Delaware. Thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. She says, hit that like, guys. I appreciate it if you do, guys. And thank you everybody who's a member.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I'm supposed to do the Brittany. Oh my God, you talked about my husband. How dare you mention my husband?
And for clicking that thumbs up and for just being here. Okay, so I know people are probably like, what the hell is Brittany doing? Like, what do you got on the screen? Okay, her title for tonight's live stream was FUPA. I hate. I'm not even lying. It's not even just because of her, but I cannot stand when someone uses DA, the letters DA, in place of THE. I think it's so ignorant. It's so stupid. We're not kids. We're not teenagers. But her title was FUPA on the loose.
I use DA instead of THE because it triggers the fuck out of people like you and Veda Jade. And it's YouTube. It's not that fucking serious, Brittany. But listen to what she's about to try and twist and spin here. This is my favorite live she's done thus far. The amount of victimhood status she is constantly looking for is extremely evident in this next clip.
God, I feel stupid.
DUH would have been cute. I would have went with what she does.
Stupid for the way that I like on Deluxe, like I'm ignorant. But anyway, so
I do gotta jump down, Britt. I just wanted to come up and say those few things, and I got your back. I'll be in chat, and
okay.
I already know you're probably gonna get reviewed. So hey, Nonsense, hey boo, hey everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Well, thank you for asking, Sarah. I'm actually having an exceptionally good Friday. You guys make things like this so easy. This will be a great laugh for the OG Islanders.
All right, guys. So, I listen. I'm just like, don't be passive aggressive. Just say it. Just say it. Like, so she made her title FUPA on the loose. God, I feel stupid saying on the loose. So, what is a FUPA? FUPA is an acronym for fatty upper pubic area. It's a slang term that refers to the excess fat that can accumulate in the mons pubis, the area above the pubic bone, and the labia majora, the tissues on either side of the vulva. It's so gross, man. So what are you insinuating? What are you implying there?
This bitch just Googled FUPA for her audience to attempt to play victim over the title of my live stream. That anybody that was in my live stream knows we had no intent of reviewing her last stream. I just was in a mood and we decided to fire in the hole. But there's a whole thing behind my title of my video. We'll take a walk down memory lane, but let's listen to Brittany a few more seconds.
What are you implying there by naming that FUPA on the loose? Are you calling me fat? Like just say it. What is she implying?
First and foremost, that title had nothing to do with you. I was just coming on YouTube to check in and laugh at a few things that were happening. Brittany, Google the term self-deprecating humor. See, once upon a time, I was doxxed on this app by a gal by the name of Penelope Lane. Then Molly Golightly and friends decided to redox me to 90,000 plus people. They attempted to trash my looks, body shame me, call me a man, the same things you and your friends have been doing. They attempted to say I looked like Mrs. Doubtfire, which you know because that's why you put that community post up the other day. If you know about Mrs. Doubtfire, which I had refaced myself into and thought it was a compliment. So because I'm a true asshole with a YouTube channel, I stood up one day and showed my FUPA and said, here you go, Molly. This is what it's supposed to look like. And then it went from there. There's a whole thing. I turned myself into memes with my FUPA. We had a whole thing called the FUPA cam. You know, it's a joke of the Islanders. Had nothing to do with you. But some way, somehow, some fashion, you're going to attempt to twist it into you being the victim once again. And to the viewers, you can go back to my December of 2022 streams and see that there are streams that this was brought up in. But here's a clip.
Let me give him another angle of this. My FUPA. I'll give him a FUPA to compare, a FUPA picture to compare again, because they've been so angry about that. Hold on. I'll give him a good still. Okay, ready? Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's still not. There you go. Molly, that's what they're supposed to look like. Okay, there you go.
I hate to tell you this, Brittany, but you're just not that relevant in the Islanders' worlds. We just don't care. Well, you keep taking cracks at me and thinking you're so funny and sly that your followers won't know what you're attempting to do. They can easily go learn for themselves that these are all the things that they tried to shame me and embarrass me and run me off this app about. My body, my face, calling me a dude, saying I looked like Mrs. Doubtfire, and so on.
I mean, really? Is that what we're doing now? Are we gonna take low jabs like that and knock somebody's appearance? Like, your shitty thumbnails aren't enough? Like, seriously.
The level of secondhand embarrassment I have for you and these stupid games you continue to play and fabricated lies that you continue to spew. I said yesterday that you could write a how-to book on how to claim victimhood status, but I think I was wrong because you even fail at that. Whoever it is that is running back to you and telling you these salacious stories is really screwing you up, Brittany. Because once again, you look like the fool you truly are. So while you continue to lie on us, all we have to do is tell the truth on you. I hope you and Sarah both have the day you deserve.
It was the perfect dream.